Nam Buddha, and welcome to Wisdom and Wealth, a channel dedicated to exploring timeless wisdom for a fulfilling life. We're so glad you've joined us today as we delve into the profound concept of karma, as explained in Buddha's teachings. For those of us over 40, life has given us some experience and hard knocks, and an understanding of karma can be invaluable. If you are enjoying our content today, please go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel for more insights into creating a life rich in wisdom and wealth, in every sense of the word. This is especially important for an older audience, since it's never too late to learn more. Now, when you hear the word karma, the first question that likely comes to mind is, what is karma? What's the real meaning behind this word? Well, if you look up the basic definition, it often boils down to action, right? But in Buddhism, karma is far more nuanced and encompasses so much more than just simple physical actions. It's not simply about what we do, but why we do it. And while the concept of karma can be complex and confusing, but in reality it's very easy to learn once you put forth the time to do so. Don't worry, it doesn't require a degree to understand, just a little bit of work. Remember that age comes with wisdom and wealth are two things we should always be seeking in life. Like and subscribe now to keep up with our channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to know when we upload more videos. The older we get, the harder it is to learn new things, so make sure that you never stop trying to learn. Now, Buddha himself provided a deeper understanding of karma. He explained that intentional action is karma. To elaborate, monks have interpreted this to mean, I say that intention is the action, or intention is the karma, and intentionally or willingly, one performs actions or karma, either physically, mentally, or verbally. What this highlights is that intention, Channa, plays a monumental role behind every action we take, and therefore, behind our karma. It's the driving force, the motivation, the why behind what we do. This is the core of understanding how our actions shape our experiences. Remember, it's never too late to learn. Based on the intentions behind them, karma can be broadly divided into two main types, kusala karma and akusala karma, wholesome actions and unwholesome actions. What constitutes a wholesome action? These are the actions and things we do with wholesome intentions, actions driven by love and kindness, compassion, patience, and a sense of serenity. When we act from a place of goodness, with pure intentions flowing through our body, speech, and mind, we generate karmas that are inherently wholesome. This, in turn, creates the potential for positive experiences in our lives. Remember that this channel is for an older audience, since wisdom comes with age. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Then, of course, there's the other side of the coin, akusala, or unwholesome actions. This is where things get a little more complex, because many people immediately equate akusala karma with simply bad actions. However, akusala karma is a broader concept. It encompasses not only inherently harmful actions, but also actions that don't necessarily fall under the umbrella of wholesome. Think about the everyday actions we perform daily, talking, writing, sleeping, traveling. These actions require intention, and we intentionally perform them, but they aren't necessarily unwholesome. Therefore, the meaning of akusala karma extends to actions that don't fall under the category of wholesome karma. Of course, there are the bad karmas, the evil or negative actions, that are undeniably akusala. But it's also important to recognize that there are neutral karmas, those actions we perform in the course of our daily lives that aren't inherently good or bad. All of these fall under the umbrella of akusala karma. So, ultimately, based on intention, karma can be divided into wholesome actions, unwholesome actions, and neutral actions, recognizing the spectrum of intentions that drive our behavior. As we get older, our actions make more of an impact, since we have families and careers that depend on us. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. The word karma rarely stands alone. It's intricately linked to the term vipaka, or phala. Vipaka translates to result or outcome, and phala signifies fruit. These terms are critical to understanding the law of karma as a complete cycle of cause and effect. To illustrate this, let's imagine planting a mango seed in the ground. In time, with proper care, what do we get? We get mangoes. Conversely, if we plant a chili seed, in a few months, we'll harvest chilies. The seed we plant determines the fruit we receive. When we plant a seed, it inherently possesses the potential to yield a specific result in the future. That mango seed has the inherent ability to generate mangoes in the future. It's the nature of the seed. Similarly, if we perform a certain action with a specific intention in the present moment, that action possesses the potential to create a series of experiences in the future, whether those experiences are good or bad. Remember, vipaka is the effect, the consequence, the experience that we'll receive down the line as a result of our actions. So it's clear to see that karma is all about cause and effect. For more wisdom, please subscribe to the Buddhist Doctrine channel. The whole idea behind the law of karma is the law of cause and effect. When we create specific conditions, we inevitably reap the corresponding results in the future. The nature of the results is highly dependent on the nature of the karma we perform today. Let's return to our mango seed analogy. That seed possesses the inherent power to generate mangoes in the future. But what if I desperately wished for that mango seed to produce chilies? No matter how fervently I wish, I'll never get chilies from it. I'll get mangoes, because that's the seed's inherent nature. This doesn't mean that you can't grow chilies, you just need to plant a different seed. In the same way, if I perform an action with a specific intention, that action has the power to generate experiences, or vipaka, in the future. If the nature of the karma I'm performing today has the intention of wholesomeness, if I act with a pure mind and a pure intention, it can generate desirable experiences in the future, because that is the nature of the seed of that karma. Conversely, if I act unwholesomely, with an unwholesome intention, I'll likely receive unwholesome or undesirable experiences in the future, because that action has the inherent nature of generating those experiences. This is the core concept behind the law of karma. Now, why is it so important to understand the law of karma and how it works? A solid understanding of karma makes it far easier to cultivate both compassion for others and compassion for ourselves. There are certain events and experiences that arise due to our past karmic actions. According to Buddhism, we are on a long journey of rebirth, known as samsara. Throughout this journey, we've accumulated both good and bad karmas, and in this current life, we are experiencing the effects of those past actions. Remember, every action has a reaction, so be wise in the way you act and in the way you think. When difficult times arise, and problems cloud our minds, people often blame themselves, falling into self-hatred and negativity, thinking, I'm a bad person, a negative person. But just because you performed a bad action doesn't automatically label you as a bad person. Each and every one of us, living in this world, performs both good and bad actions. So, we must resist the urge to hate ourselves. Instead, cultivate compassion for ourselves. Everyone is subject to the law of karma. Remember, age comes with wisdom, and wisdom comes from study, so don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you can keep on learning. Furthermore, a deep understanding of the law of karma makes it far easier to cultivate mindfulness and remain present in the moment. Why? Because we often become consumed with worries about the past, dwelling on actions we've taken and lamenting, oh, I did this, and my whole life is ruined. Of course, we cannot change the past. That is the undeniable truth. We can't undo our actions or stop the vipaka, the results, stemming from those past actions. What is within our control, however, is the present moment. By cultivating mindfulness in the present, we can make conscious choices to create good karma, rather than repeating patterns of unwholesome actions. Take the advice that comes from this channel, since it is geared towards an older audience that is trying to learn something new, so why not like and subscribe? I hope this video has provided you with a solid foundation for understanding karma and how it operates. Until our next video, stay happy, stay safe, and remember that the seeds of wisdom you plant today will blossom into a life of abundance. Nam Buddha. What is the true nature of life? It is change. One thing that always prevails throughout our entire life, that is change. Everything is subjected to change. You all need to understand it. Everything is changing and everything has this intrinsic and inherent nature of changing. You have to understand you have to become a seeker, not a follower. See, we are in a fellow culture, isn't it? Yes. We like to follow people. But we don't like to seek, find, question, ask why, how we don't ask it. We always like to nod our head. We don't like to question. The first step of wisdom is to ask why, how it is happening. The Buddha says that you should practice Buddhism by asking questions. Asking questions to understand and realize. Why do you ask questions? Because you realize that you don't know. That is the first step of wisdom. The first step of wisdom is to realize that I don't know, I have to learn more. I have to seek, I need to ask for anything is the most difficult thing. Why we have to put down our ego, isn't it? Yes. To ask for help, should we put down our ego? Yes. To ask for a question and say that I'm not clear with this. Can you clarify it? You need to put down your ego. That is the nature of a seeker. So I will all invite you this day. This is a special day for me and for all of you. Ask questions and be a seeker. Okay? Be a seeker. Find something and ask why, what's happening, how it is happening. I need to know. I need to learn. Because you know that and you understand that I don't know, that's the beginning of wisdom. That is why wisdom begins from the humblest places, being humble and understanding that I don't know, I have to learn, I have to seek, I need to get the help. That is where you find the truth when life hits you hard and when you are in that dark place. Sometimes we make excuses saying that this is my destiny, this is my fate, and this is my bad luck, and this is my karma. Well, what if I told you not everything that happens in your life is your bad luck? It is not always according to your destiny or fate. There are certain things that we can do to change our destiny and fate. Okay. So let's discuss about it in this video. Now, some of you have been asked in the comments section that is everything that happens in life is predetermined or due to karma. Okay. I hope you found this video to be helpful, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Wisdom and Wealth channel for more content. So I'm going to give you the answer for this question. Before giving the answer to this question, let's look at how Buddha taught about this perspective. The Buddha says those who hold on to the idea of everything that happens, every experience that happens in our life is predetermined. Whether it is good, bad, or neutral, that every feeling, every experience in life is predetermined or is due to bad karma or karma that is in the past. That perspective that we've leads to inactivity, or that we've make that person a lazy person. So the Buddha says just because this is your bad luck or destiny or karma, you should give up trying. The Buddha never says like that. The Buddha says always try something to make your life a better one. Okay. The Buddha says there are certain things that can be done to change our destiny. Okay. Now so many of you believe that destiny cannot be changed. Well, it's wrong. Destiny can be changed according to the choices that we make right here, right now. So that is why it is very important to remember that not everything that is happening in our life, whether it is good or bad or neutral, is always due to bad karma. Okay. There are certain phenomena and there are certain things and processes that happens in our life out of this concept of destiny. Okay, let's say you're trying to go to work and you're getting ready to go to work, and all of a sudden there will be a huge rain. Okay, now that rain is due to bad karma. Oh, that is a phenomena, and that is a process that happens in this environment. Well, rather than complaining about this bad karma, rather than complaining about our destiny, why can't we choose to do something about it? Why can't we try to change the situation? If we can change the situation, then definitely we can do it. That is why there's a great saying that says if you have a problem in your life, okay, if you can do something about that problem to change that problem or make it a better one, okay, come out of that problem, then you should not worry about it because certainly you can do something about it. Okay? And there are certain problems that appears in your mind and in your life that you cannot do anything about it. Well, if you cannot do anything about it, we should not worry about it. Okay? So that is why always remember karma is a bigger part in our life. It plays a bigger role in our life. But we can change certain things. Okay? We can change our destiny by choosing to make correct choices in this present moment. So that is why what I have to share in this video today. Never ever believe that your destiny cannot be changed. You can choose to do it by making correct choices. Work hard and do not ever give up in your life. Nam Buddha. Namadhaya. Welcome and welcome back to another video. From today's video, we're going to answer one of the most frequently asked questions in Buddhism. I hope you found this video to be helpful, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Wisdom and Wealth channel for more content. Remember that this content is for an older audience, and we always like to share our wisdom with older people. Can we change our karma or can we change our past karma? Can we do anything about it? Now to understand about this, first we need to understand what karma is. Now in almost all the Indian religions, there are a lot of teachings about karma. Karma is a bigger teaching in almost all the Indian religions. In Hinduism, in Jainism, in Buddhism, there are a lot of teachings about karma. But the Buddhist approach of karma or the Buddhist way of definition of karma is slightly different than the other Indian religions. Right? So this is how Buddha defined the karma. The Buddha says monks I say intention is the karma. So when it comes to this statements from the Buddha means what Buddha means is that karma the action is more of a mind-related thing. That is why the Buddha says intention is karma. So intentions are generated in our mind. So what Buddha saw is that it is not just the action, it is the intention behind the action what defines the karma. So this is the Buddhist definition of karma. Now we'll come to the question, what is it? Can we change the karma? Right? Now first of all we need to correct the question and then answer it. I hope you found this video to be helpful, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Wisdom and Wealth channel for more content. Why? Because karma, what people mean by asking can we change karma is that can I change what I have done in the past and can I change the consequences of those karma? Okay. So first we need to understand that karma or this intention is generated right now, right here, right. The karma is not something that is past, karma is something that you do right now, this present moment, right? So this present moment the karma can be changed. Why? Because it is always your choice. The choice is a karma, so it is your choice is totally under your control. Some people think that okay, our choices and our experiences are not totally under our control. The choices that we make are predetermined or due to the past karma. We make choices right now. But Buddha did not agree to this idea. What Buddha says is yes, your life is affected by the past karma, but it is not the only thing that your life is affected, but you can change your karma by making good choices, by taking the right action. That is why Buddha praised a lot about the taking right action. So understand that karma happens right now, and that means the karma is totally under your control. But what people ask is that can I change the karma? No. First you need to correct the question. Can we change the consequences of our karma? Which means we Parker. I hope you found this video to be helpful, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Wisdom and Wealth channel for more content. Now with the package of karma there comes another word which is not much famous, and that is weak. Parker means the consequences of karma. So basically what karma is the cause and effect phenomena. That means we make causes for something and there will be an effect because of that cause. We do some actions and then we get consequences of those actions. So this is the basic understanding of karma. So can we change weak? It is not totally under our control. We don't know what we have done in the past. So the only thing that we can do is just to go through those experiences. Now it is also important to remember that our life is not totally depend on karma. Karma is only one thing that our life is affected. Okay. So let's say you're going through a consequence of your past karma. So can you do anything about that? You can't do it because only thing that you can do is you have to face that experience. But you can change how you react to that experience. Right? Whether it is good or bad, you can take right action, right choice right now, right here to face that in a good way. So if we take the right action and right choice right here, then we can stop the karma repeating again and again, right? Let's say you're going through a bad experience due to a past karma, and if you react the same way, right, if you fall down, if you become angry, if you spread hate because of that pain and suffering, then you create some more suffering karma to go through some bad experiences in the future. But I hope you found this video to be helpful. And if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Wisdom and Wealth channel for more content. Take right action, and if you become wise and patient and mindful, then you can stop the karma from repeating. So in that way you take control of your choices. So understand, basically there is very few space for us to take control of what we have done in the past and the consequences of them. But we totally have the control that we make the choice right now, right here. So keep this beautiful advice from the Buddha in your heart and be happy. Nam Buddha. Nam Buddha. Welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm going to introduce you to the most famous Buddhist text in this world. Now if you are new to Buddhism and if you'd like to learn more about Buddhism, this is one of the best books that you can read. So you might want to subscribe to our channel to keep updated. So the book's name is Dhammapada. Now what is Dhammapada? Dhammapada is a set of verses that was originally preached by the Buddha himself. And this Dhammapada contains 423 verses in it. And these 423 verses are divided into 26 chapters. So why Dhammapada is important? You know, for Hindus we have Gita, and in Christianity we have Bible, and in Islam we have Quran. Same like that to the Buddhist world we have Dharmapada. Now Dhammapada is not the only text that we have to learn Buddhism. There are many texts, but this is called as the Handbook of Buddhists. Why it is called as Handbook of Buddhists? If you went through 2-3 random pages, and if you read on 2-3 verses, you can learn many life advices, you can learn many Dharma facts about life. If you're trying to improve your life, then subscribe to this channel for more content. So that is why it is called the Handbook of Buddhists. So that is why it is widely used, and this is the most famous Buddhist text in this world. So as an example, if you turn to a random page and if you read a verse, you can find something very valuable. Let's go for that. So in 236th verse, the Buddha says, "Make an island for yourself. Strive hard and become wise. Get rid of impurities and cleanse of stain. You shall enter the celestial abode of the noble ones." It goes like that. So if you turn to another random page and if you read a verse, it goes like this. The good shine even more afar like the Himalayan mountain, but the wicked are unseen like the arrows shot in the night. So if you turn to random pages and if you read, you can gain many life advices and many valuable Dharma facts. So that is why we have to use this Dharma. If you are interested in using this Dhammapada, I will link down some links below that you can find Dhammapada and read it online also, and also there are some links that you can download the PDF file links down below. So I hope you found this video helpful and informative, so why not subscribe to the channel for more content. So this is the importance of Dhammapada, and that is why it is known as the most famous Buddhist books in this world. So that is the end of this little introduction video. So I hope you found something very valuable to your life. So practice Dharma and practice good deeds. So I wish you all, may all of you be well and happy forever. Having to go through an experience of losing a loved one can be extremely painful for people. So today I want to share with you one advice from the Buddha that will help you to ease up and that will help you to deal with this grief of losing a loved one. Okay, this is from Anguttara Nikaya Channa, and in this Buddha mentions whether you are a male person or a female or a monk or a lay person like you. Whoever you are, think that one day I have to be separated from all the loving people and all the loving things around me. This is the reality. Now I hope you found this video helpful and informative, so why not subscribe to the channel for more content? Is all about admitting the reality. Normally we don't like to admit the reality. People run away from realities. They don't like to think about that they are going to die one day. They don't like to think about that they are going to become old one day. They don't like to think about that they are going to be sick one day or get into diseases one day. So this is all about realities, right? In this life, in this very life, right, we all have to face this reality: death, sickness, old age, losing loved ones. These are the realities that we cannot stop. No, you cannot stop it. I cannot stop it. No one can stop it in this world. So one thing that Buddha tells us is admit the reality, see the reality as it is, and try to think about it. Okay, one day I have to be separated from all these people around me. Right? There are lots of people around us who are very near and dear, and we love them so much. The reality is one day you and I have to be separated from all these people. No. Or we have to leave them. So what Buddha says is get ready to face this reality. Right? How do you get ready to face this reality? By thinking about this every single day. Right? Buddha said, think it frequently. Right? I have to be separated from these people around me one day. That is the reality. When you think about this, there's another big advantage of thinking like this. What is that? When you think about this, you can have that compassion and you can show your love and kindness purely. So why not subscribe to this channel to keep updated? Why? Because you know that you are not going to be around them for a long time. You know that you are not going to be with them forever. When you know that, and when you know that you have a little time to be with these people around you, then you can show your fullest love and you can show your fullest kindness in this little time. You do your best to do that, right? You do your best to show your love and kindness. So from now onwards, get ready to face this reality, right? When you get ready for that, when you face these situations in real life, you can face them with a strong mind. Most of the time people face these situations unsuccessfully. If you're trying to improve your life, then subscribe to this channel for more content. Alright? They oftenly feel depressed. They become so much sad. Sometimes some people end up suiciding themselves. Right? So when you make your mind and to face the reality, when you make your mind strong enough to face the reality, you can move on with your life and you can face that grief successfully. So think about the reality. Don't run away from that. So subscribe to our channel to keep updated. Right? Then you will be able to create a happy and a peaceful mind in your life. Buddha Namuda. Welcome to another video. In today's video, let's talk about how to control these emotions of anger. Well, anger itself is a natural human emotion. We all feel angry. But if we do not know how to control this emotion, if we do not know how to deal with anger, sometimes it can be destructive. I hope you found this video helpful and informative, so why not subscribe to the channel for more content? And if we let that anger to control over our life, we will get into lots of troubles. So today I'm going to introduce you a little practice that you can practice in your practical life to deal with this emotion. Well, first of all, I have to remember none of these practices are easy. In fact, nothing in life that brings us the happiness, that brings the peacefulness to your life is not an easy task. It is a difficult one. Though it is difficult, we cannot abandon it because we like to be happy and we like to be peaceful in our life. So that is why Buddha said that everything that brings the happiness to your life is a difficult task. So what are the things that we can do to deal with these emotions of anger? Well, the first and the foremost thing that you can do to deal with these emotions is to acknowledge that your thoughts are in anger. If you're trying to improve your life, then subscribe to this channel for more content. If you don't know your thoughts are in anger, you cannot deal with it. So this includes the mindfulness, right? Whenever you are about to get angry, whenever you feel that you are triggered by these anger, just ask this question. What am I thinking now? In which mode my thoughts are in now, right? Whenever you ask that question and whenever you answer it, you can find, oh, I'm about to get angry now. Now my thoughts are in anger. That is the first step to know that you are angry. Then it comes to the second step. I hope you found this video helpful and informative, so why not subscribe to the channel for more content? Right? So in this second step, if you look at this, if I ask a question from you, whenever you feel angry, imagine a situation that you have felt angry about something or someone, right? How your breathing pattern works. How our breathing pattern changes when we feel angry. It speeds up and we take short breaths, right? So that gives the sign to our body, that gives the message to our body that now you're ready for getting angry. You're breathing heavily. We are breathing in short periods, and we are breathing speedily. So the first thing that you can do is to slow down your breathing pattern. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Take another deep breath in and let it down. Slowing down the breathing pattern will help you to calm your body and calm your mind. Right? Whenever we feel calm and when we are about to take a rest, what is the thing that we do? For an example, after long day of work, when you come home and after having a good shower, if you fell on the couch, right? If you fell on the bed, what is the first thing that you do? You take a deep breath in and let it out. That is the thing that you do. If you're trying to improve your life, then subscribe to this channel for more content. That means you're giving the signal to your body that you're about to get calm or to have a rest. So the thing that we have to do whenever we feel angry, we panic, just give the message to your body that be calm by taking 2 to 3 deep breaths in and out, right? So breathing can help you a lot. Then as the third step, now you're a little bit peaceful and calming. Now you can wisely reflect on your thought pattern. When you reflect about your thoughts, you can find, why did I become angry with this person? What is that? Then you can find that anger does not prevail in the outer world in that person or that thing, specific thing. Anger prevails in my mind. Right? It is something that I have created. Whenever you come to a situation that you are triggered to be angry, you come up with these two choices. Either to react with negativity or to respond with positivity. That is up to you, right? And your experiences and your good and bad experiences depends on these choices that you make. So you totally have the power and you totally have the privilege to residential respond with positivity. Right? So you have to believe in patience for that. Remember, there is nothing in this world, there is no problem in this world that has been solved with anger. That is why Buddha said anger does not cease by anger, or hatred does not cease by hatred. Hatred is seized by love and kindness only. So you have to believe in patience and compassion and forgiveness. That is the way that you are going to solve the problem. Right? Though you react in anger, though you yell out or scream or take actions with anger, that is not going to help. If you're trying to improve your life, then subscribe to this channel for more content. That is not going to solve the problem. It will make the problem even more worse. I have seen lots of people who could not control their anger for a split second. Just because they could not control their anger for a split second, now they're regretting for their whole life. So remember, anger is not going to help you. So when you believe in patience and kindness and compassion, you will have this strength to face that situation more positively. Remember what Buddha said. The Buddha said, before you do something from your body, from your speech or from your mind, just wisely reflect that what I'm going to do, is this worthy of doing? Is it bringing happiness to myself, or is it bringing happiness to others? Is it going to hurt others, or is it going to hurt myself? If it is hurting you and if it is hurting to other self, do not try to do it. Remember, it is okay that we feel angry sometimes in our mind, but it is not okay to let that anger to flow out from our bodily actions and our words. Right? So remember, this is how we can control it. Always believe in patience and kindness. That is where you're going to solve the problems. I hope you found this video helpful and informative, so why not subscribe to the channel for more content? So this is a little practice where we can deal with these emotions of anger. So practice these practices little by little and make your life a peaceful one. Nam Buddha. Namo Buddha. Welcome everyone to another video. In today's video, I am going to discuss with you about 4 signs of a good-hearted friend. Now, it is very difficult to find a good friend in this society, right? As social beings, right? We need people around us. If you're trying to improve your life, then subscribe to this channel for more content. We need people to help us, right? We cannot live in this world alone. So, that is why it is very important to have a good-hearted and a good friend to us. So Buddha said if you have a good-hearted friend it is a blessing to your life. Okay. So Buddha shared with us that there are 4 signs of a good-hearted friend. There are 4 signs of a good-hearted friend. So I'm going to discuss with you about these 4 signs in this video. Before starting this video I want to share with you that a friendship is not always a one-sided thing. Right? You cannot expect your friends to be nice to you or pleasant to you or helpful to you while you are not helping them. Right? You cannot expect them to be nice while you are not becoming nice to them. So let's get into the first sign. The Buddha said a good-hearted friend is a good helper, right? He's willing to help you at any time in the life. Okay? And also Buddha said that he keeps eye on your life and your possessions. If you're trying to improve your life, then subscribe to this channel for more content. He don't like for you to find the misfortune, right? So he keeps eye on you when you are negligent and when you don't care about yourself and your possessions. He's always tried to protect them and protect yourself. So that is what he call a good helper. So this is the first sign of a good-hearted friend. And the second sign the Buddhist said a good-hearted friend is a friend who is in the good time and the bad time both right. There are many friends around us when we have money and when you have possessions with us when we don't find our misfortunes in life right when we don't have any problems, but you can identify and you can recognize the true friends or real friends when you face problems in your life, right? When you face problems and when you go through tough times in your life, if there are friends around you who is willing to help you, who is willing to give you a helping hand, then he's a good friend in both good and bad times. So Buddha said this is the sign of a good friend. He's a friend of you in his good in your good time and bad time both. I hope you found this video helpful and informative, so why not subscribe to the channel for more content? And the third sign is the Buddha said he's a good counselor, right? He guides you to the correct path. He shows you the correct things to do, right? He guides you to do good things, not evil things. Whenever your friend finds that you're doing bad things, he always come to you and say, no, you should not do this. It is not good. It is not good for you and it is not good for others. So, please stay away from these things. He will guide you to the good path. And also when you face problems right, when you face difficult situations in your life you can go and talk with them and you can heal your heart. Okay. So that is a friend who is called a good counselor. And the final quality that these good-hearted friends have is he is very compassionate towards you. Right? He does not enjoy your misfortune. He doesn't like he or she doesn't like to see that you are falling into troubles and going through tough times. So he comes to you in those times and he or she always helps to you right. They are willing to help you. That is a friend who is called a compassionate friend. Now these are the 4 signs that you're having a good-hearted friend. But always remember you may not find a friend who has all these 4 qualities. Alright? If you can find then congratulations, you're very lucky. But you may not find a good friend who has all these qualities. If you're trying to improve your life, then subscribe to this channel for more content. But you can find maybe like 1 or 2 of these qualities in friends around you. So what you have to do is you have to be with them. You have to help them. You have to give your love and compassion towards them. Then you will receive that love and compassion back. Okay. So these are the 4 signs of a good-hearted friend. Okay. So if you could not find a good-hearted friend, then what you can do? Well, then the Buddha said if you did not find a good friend in your life, be a good friend towards others. Be a good friend too.